Welcome to Sometimes You Have to Lose Yourself, a podcast where we explore the complexities of love, loss, and self-discovery. Join Charlie Perry and Marvin Speller when life's unexpected twists and turns come our way. It's easy to lose ourselves in the process, but what if losing ourselves is exactly what we need to find our true selves? Join us as we dive into the depths of human experience, sharing stories, insights, and conversations that will challenge, inspire, and maybe even help you find your way again. Sometimes you have to lose yourself. Let's get started.
Hey, welcome to Sometimes You Gotta Lose Yourself. My name is Charlie Perry, and my co host is Marvin Speller, Coach M100. What's going on, man?
What's up, my brother? How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Christmas Eve, we are,
Christmas Eve is pretty exciting.
yeah, trying to get everything going and situated. Sometimes, you think you got everything planned out, and then boom, you forgot about something. But, you know, I'm a firm believer whatever's whatever's here is here. If it's the food you have or the food you don't have, the
Right.
gifts you have or the gifts you don't. That's it.
Yep.
It's to me, it's about enjoying good company, and that's what I'm trying to do.
No, I get that, man. It's nothing like family during the holiday season every
True,
year.
true, true.
I always
Yeah,
look forward to that.
yeah. This uh, I think I seen I seen good spirited people like throughout this week. I had one occasion where there was a woman kind of angry for no reason and just being real pushy. But other than that, throughout the week, it's been good.
Yeah, I mean, it's I look at it as like the season sometimes is very tough for people,
Yeah.
and I think sometimes when you talk about grace, grace goes both ways for
Hmm.
yourself and then other people as well.
Yeah, true. But we'll talk about that later. The one thing that's been on my mind, and we talked about it in more or less certain different ways, and we talked about grief as love. And
With no
I,
place to go.
yeah, yeah, and I basically get that from you,
Hmm.
and um and truly not just understanding it a little bit more better, easier, because it does make sense. It's just the love of that person, man, that makes you cry, makes you toss and turn, makes you do all the things that are going on. And I get it. Um you know Abundance of pictures I was looking looking at this week was of my grandmother, and damn, uh,
Yeah,
never
you can
she
never
did,
forget them.
yeah,
You can never forget them or
tears
close to.
all every thought, it's a tear that comes down, so
Hmm.
um but anyways, so grief is love, and I just basically, I jotted down a few questions for you,
Okay,
and let's just discuss it.
sure.
um
Let's dive in, man. I'm always ready.
all right. How did your perspective on on love change after losing your wife?
Now, are you talking about love for her, continuous love, or you talking about love for others, or just love to meet someone else?
Um, let's say love for others. All right. I think,
That's a great question.
yeah.
Um, I think, and you got to put this in perspective, right? Because I think, of course, I'm a human being. I'm a male, and you got wants and needs, right? But I
Hmm.
also think you have to be disciplined with anything you do in life. And I'm like, man, you've got to be disciplined, and you just got to go about. My primary focus in life is my own excellence,
Mm.
and if there's somebody along the ride with that, then that's great, man. But um, I don't know. I don't. It doesn't. It matters some, but doesn't matter much. I
Mm.
mean, everyone would like to have good company, somebody you sit down, chilling out with, watching Netflix with. But man, I'm feeling I'm feeling very content with where I'm at in life. And as I know, I've had a series of goals that I set for myself along the way, and that may not have been one of my top goals. One of my top goals was chasing excellence, man. Not chasing,
Hmm.
not chasing love.
Yeah. It's and it's I'm glad you said that, because I think that's once you had but once you were disciplined, or had that mindset, I think things made not make it easier, but it keeps you, it gives you a motivation, or a schedule,
Yeah, I mean,
so
I
that,
wanted to stay on track of all the things I had to do. It doesn't take away from anything, but I didn't want anything to kind of take me away from the goals that I've had and things I aspired to do or just be better at. Um,
mm,
think about it. When you going through a certain level of grief, I mean, you really got to make that decision at some point whether you want to stay alive. This one thing that is so true, people dismiss it. I see this all the time on many different groups or thoughts out there. It's like, okay, I just lost my wife, and you just know that everybody's in this thing of how fast can I push this forward to get over it.
mm,
And I got to tell you, you're not going to get over it.
yeah.
You're going to learn to manage it in your life. This is why this chapter 4, the shift, hallowed out to hope. This is why I wrote that chapter. And I really think about, okay, let's put this, let's put grief in this proper perspective. Man, it sucks.
Yeah.
Let's not try to let's get away from all that society tells us to do.
Hmm.
You're gonna, the first year is this, the second year is this, and ongoing you're gonna get through this, and at some point you're gonna be this. And I'm like, at some point you're gonna be over the person. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We have to be mindful of the things that come our way. And it's a part of growing. Really, it's a part of it. I mean, this whole grief thing sucks, man. I'm not gonna. I wish every day I wasn't a part of it. And I really talked myself out of spiraling into this rabbit hole so many times, man. Because it's
Mm.
like, you got this thought coming, and I've called it in my book, The Grief Creep, where it's like it shows up, and you're like, okay, well, I'm paralyzed right now because I'm thinking about this and that, this and that. I'm going to read an excerpt.
Sure.
Chapter 4, The Shift, Hallowed Out to Hope. Grief is coming, and sometimes it doesn't knock. It just hangs in, working everything in its path. They don't tell you what it really looks like. That you might stop sleeping, then you'll forget entire conversations. The rage becomes your shadow. The numbness, we feel relief. The time we blur, and the person in the mirror might look like a stranger.
Hmm.
This isn't sadness, it's survival. And no one prepares you for the battlefield that forms in your mind. No one prepares you for the battlefield. Okay? You feel anger, not just sadness, rage at the doctors, at yourself, at the universe for taking someone so sacred. You replay moments over and over again, asking what you miss, what you could have done differently. Grief turns your mind into a war zone. You lose the will to live, not in a dramatic end all way, but in a slow erosion of purpose.
Hmm.
And sometimes you cry for no reason at all. Other times you feel nothing. You laugh at a joke, then feel guilty. You spiral. You freeze. You snap. Emotional instability becomes your new normal. Grief doesn't have an expiration date. I'm going to say that again. Grief does not have an expiration date.
So true. The now you here you are you get that piece from your book. I mean,
Yeah.
this wasn't this is not scripted. I mean, it's scripted on what I wanted to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't tell you what these questions were. You know,
No,
and
we just
here it is.
always
You
say
just
shoot from it.
you end up coming out with a piece, a narrative from your book that connects with what do you want people to understand about grief, and you said it perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the one thing to take away from this book, it doesn't have an expiration date, and
Mhm.
it's up to you how you want to manage through
Yeah.
it. And man, I was talking to my mom today, and I was just like, I went to, I was driving through a part of town that I haven't been in almost 3 years. Man, this is the
Mm.
last place that Kristen was able to walk.
Wow.
She left her hair studio, dropped her off, and I went over to some place to get something to eat. And she came over and she was like, "No, I'm gonna walk." This is when she was starting to feel a little bit better before the onslaught came.
Hmm.
So, I guess overall, I would go back and answer this question and say, love is important. The love that you give others is important. The love that you receive is important. Um, but I will say, I mean, it has no expiration date.
Yeah.
And
Kind
you
of.
know what? I look forward to having the type of love in my life again.
Yeah. Which leads to the next question: is how has your experience with grief shaped your approach to love and relationships?
Oh, that's a great question.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a great question. I look at things a certain way now.
Mm.
Everything, everything. I'm merging into the person that I
Yeah.
truly was destined to be.
And that person being you, right?
Well, this version of me now.
Okay. All right. Yep.
And there are certain things that matter to me more now than ever, which I think is very important. And, you know, I have this deep love, I would say mainly in storage,
Hmm.
that I pull out and provide someone, the right person.
Yeah.
But it's got to definitely be the right person because I'm on track for a lot of big things, man. And I don't know how much I could stop and and have someone who clearly is broken themselves
Yeah.
and pull them along.
Hmm.
I mean, in some ways, it's about keeping up. And you think about it. I think about this, Charlie. When I think about love and relationships, man, I have love for many, and you realize that you start going through life, and when you have to repurpose yourself to the best version of yourself,
Yeah.
there are people that fit in, and some don't fit in. And some fit in, and some don't.
How is it? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Marvin.
No, I'm saying I am most grateful in life for the ones who want me around.
Hmm.
Most grateful for that, man. I am indebted to so many people. Really am, man. And I think about that all the time. Very grateful for the friendships and the relationships that I've had along the way. So something pops off from that. Great. But it's not going to deter me from me moving into the best version of myself. I can feel it, I can see it, and I truly understand what it's like to be that best version of myself.
Nice. The sometimes you come across people that don't have an understanding of grief, and as humans, we all know that everyone goes through it.
Right.
And I'm just wondering.
There's a lot of people who don't. A lot of people don't understand it, and you know what I think about with that? You will once it's at your doorstep.
Hmm.
So hey, listen, if they don't understand it, that's fine, and I don't necessarily expect them to,
Yeah.
but you will. You live long enough, you will. Um,
And even I think even a child experiences grief at some point. And then when I see or hear an adult have that lack of understanding of grief, just mind boggling. It puzzles me. It really does.
well, Charlie, I think about a lot of things can puzzle you because it's like some people, you know what it is? It's that lack of empathy.
Yeah, perfect.
And I think sometimes a child will have that. Sometimes that may be lost along the way with adults.
Yeah.
I give one for you. Here's one for you. Why do we have hundreds of thousands of people who live on the streets?
Mm.
It's not. It's not so much a reflection of them, but a reflection of you.
Mm.
And I think about that, man. It's like, I mean, you could go throughout a whole day, man. Look at someone and they're off in la la land.
Mm-hmm.
Won't look at you to say hi, or that's just how some people are, man.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm gonna give a shout out to my San Diego widow and widowers group. I would say, of so many people that I've been around the past several years, a lot of them get it. Do you know why?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
Life seems a little bit more precious to them.
Mm. Yeah, it makes sense. You go through the grief, and especially when it's not more well, especially when it just happened, or I think that's the first thing that comes to mind after it first happens, that life is precious, because of things that you shared previously, like the day before, the week before, the month before, even a year before, and and as a couple, you share and set these goals of what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
or even some things that you said you were gonna do and you procrastinated it, And
Sometimes you got to go to your lowest denominator to be the best version of yourself.
hmm, yep,
And I think that group in a lot of ways gets it.
yeah,
Um, so you know, I'm excited about continuing to meet so many people and build with people. But you know, it's I stand hopeful, and I'm really and I'm so glad we came on today because it's an opportunity to spread hope for people, man. Just to, you know, you got another day each day. Each day you're here, you got another day to make
hmm,
an impression on people or impression on this world. I mean, how cool is that, man? And
true.
so I think when we get on here, we spread hope to people, man. We spread, let you know, it's like while you're here, you still matter. You were granted this gift of still being here.
Hmm.
That's 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 incredible, man. So, like I said, you stay hopeful of the people that you're going to meet and the people that you still can make impressions on. You know, Melinda, who was here,
Yep.
she was like, this book is a guidebook for people, man,
Hmm.
and I think it's a guidebook for everybody because it's got so much love in it, man. I poured my soul into this thing,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, and I'm like, this is something that hey, I can reference back. Like I pulled this paragraph off we were just talking about, man,
Hmm.
which is so relevant during this season right now because so many people are kind of lost. And you're like, okay, well, there's hope, there's ways to go about it, and let's put this thing in perspective. It's going to suck. You're still going to go over it, and no, if you post about it or talk about it, you're still going to have your crappy days. You're going to have your crappy moments, but you know what? You're here, and you still get to make a difference.
Exactly. The when people, uh, if you kind of set yourself into some kind of solitary confinement,
Mhm.
um, who are you helping? You definitely are helping yourself.
No, you're not. You got to be around people that love you, and it could be if it's not family member, it could be friends. Say you
Hmm.
don't have any damn friends.
Yeah,
They could be a total stranger. Sometimes you get the most love from a total stranger.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There's this thing about, I hate to laugh, but there's this thing about that people on social media show you more love than your friends or family sometimes. And,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
they become more sincere and understand some empathy and where they can come on here and produce some comments and say, "Hey, Marvin, I feel for you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna check on you." And when what you find out is that they do check on you. They
Right.
do make sure you're all right, and that end up being priceless or worth $1 million that they checked on you that day. And
Yeah,
it's a
and you know
complete
what? I do that to strangers as well. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
this is why like I had a recent birthday and I responded to everybody.
Hmm. Yeah,
It took a long time, but
it sure did, man. Those Facebook birthday greetings can
yeah,
last a week, or more.
but I mean, I just I just I just have this love for people
Yeah,
and love for just being of service to people, man. And that's why I mean, I wrote this, and yeah, I wrote this to help people move from one place to another,
X.
and
Yeah.
I think it's important.
It's my good friend Lisa. How you doing? Nice to see you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Lisa, great woman. Definitely a huge part of my life.
Great.
And my family right here. So it's Preach Cuz, Merry Christmas from Kyrie and I. Yes, Merry Christmas, Shamir. 82nd Airborne, doing his thing. Very proud of him and
That's
his
great.
brother. They did their thing in representing our family and actually representing their country. And I'm very proud of the twins doing their thing. And I don't think they know it. They may know it, but I don't think they know how proud I am.
I think we talked about this many times as kind of reframing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that you have to have benchmarks around the way because you know where you probably should be in your head, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta shake from there. Just like I asked you when I talk to you, sometimes do you find me having a latent sadness in the background that sits in the background?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that from me?
From you.
Yes.
Maybe once last week I did.
Okay. I've asked people that lately because I've had some folks say, you seem sad, and I'm like, okay. Um, Sometimes I am, and I think sometimes you get used to letting people know it's like, okay, oh, I'm good, oh,
Mm,
I'm good,
yeah,
and you're really not that good. And I
true.
also realize that I have to do the things to be at a better place, be at the Coach M100 to get your 100 laughs in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those things are better for you because if not, your body goes into the sympathetic mode, which is fight or flight. So you gotta push forward in some ways and feel some level of joy.
Yes.
So yeah, you gotta feel some joy. Sometimes you gotta dance around the house and just feel the joy. And so imagine if you looked at, okay, well, this holiday season really sucks because I don't have the people I love here. What if you said to yourself, until you believed it, you know what? I'm going to have some joy. I'm going to enjoy myself. That does not take away from grief, but what it does is puts it in its proper perspective.
Mm, yes.
So that's what hit me today. I was like, oh man, it's like I'm feeling jazzed a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, that's kind of what I look at, man. It's just like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you got this grief thing in the holidays, but I also got this celebration thing too. I'm going to be around some great people tomorrow, and I've had a really solid week. So man, it's like, so and sometimes I will tell you this: when you think about grief, is a level of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you pull back from resisting things, that's where sometimes that peace and love shows itself more. Because
Yeah.
remember, peace and love is parasympathetic. That's when your body is at ease.
Mm-hmm.
This is when things can personify themselves to you. But when you're in a sympathetic mode, the fight or flight, you're at a rigid state. Nothing really comes in, nothing goes out.
Mm.
So
Makes
I'm
sense.
I'm feeling very parasympathetic talking about this.
Mm.
Doesn't mean that it's not there, but I'm paying more attention to the feeling of just, man, I feel like I can get up and dance right now, Charlie.
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes um, things that trigger you. people use trigger as a negative, like it's negative, and I say trigger goes both ways, you
Yeah.
know, and something may trigger you to go and produce a smile or laughter throughout the day, you know. Um,
Yeah, and getting that 100 laughs a day.
mhm,
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, this is the stuff where it builds up. It builds up, and it's like, okay. And so when you get that grief creep show up, you've built up enough in you where it doesn't like put you on your ass.
hmm
So, I mean, how many laughs you have today, Charlie?
let's see. Well,
About three.
usually, no. Usually, when I'm picking on Michelle, I get a lot of laughs. Right? I, sometimes I just pick on her about some of the things she does. I mimic her, and and she'll give me her user response was, um, and then I just wait for the next time and I do it again, and she said she was gonna make me coffee this morning and she didn't, so
Okay.
I uh I called my maid of honor. I texted her and I told her, I said, "Hey, you heard it. Michelle didn't make me coffee this morning." And they had a conversation probably hours later, and she told Michelle what I said, and Michelle said, "You threw me right under the bus," and because our maid of honor she's just perfect, she can scold both of us, She
Yeah,
actually,
that's great, man.
yeah,
You are always surrounded by so much love.
I try to, man. Well, you know what? It's you.
Well, you're in your
What's it?
hometown, brother. You're in
Yeah,
your hometown, and you got so many people around you that love you.
yeah.
That's another holiday thing I want to talk about. Is like if you really knew how great you were, everybody who's watching us right now, if
hmm
you really knew how amazing you are, you wouldn't stress about none of this stuff, man.
Yeah,
And you'll
yeah.
you'll see one day. You'll see. And I think about that, and it's like, okay, well, that's something that can get you off the square of depression and anxiety.
hmm
Once you realize if you can remove all the things that can just make you feel bad,
Yeah.
whether it's somebody who doubts you, you don't have to worry about that because you have enough in you to be just so amazing. And
hmm
so I think about that often. Yeah, I think when you go back and sit back and just take an inventory of all that's happening around you, it's like, man, you're doing okay. I was thinking about that earlier when I was like, my 2025 has had its challenges, but I've had some good stuff happening, man.
Yeah,
You know, you
I
have
agree.
your podcast. Um, you came out with a book this year.
hmm
You had so many people that showed you love. I could go on and on.
Yeah, yeah. There's, I
I mean,
mean, I can't. I know how proud I am of your book.
no,
Like
thank you, brother.
getting ready to, I hand those out like they're business cards, and I'm like, yeah, here, yeah,
And I'm gonna
no,
be out. I'm gonna be out there in March.
nah, I can't wait.
Yeah,
Um,
March or early April.
awesome. My friend David Goya says, "Love you, Mr. Perry. Merry Christmas to you and your family. New Bedford love." Um,
See what I'm talking about?
yeah, he's in New Bedford love, and but now he's enjoying the Sunshine State, man, and doing some great things down there. And he's another gentleman that's you know, he's around a lot of people that love him and care for him,
Hmm.
and so, but a good friend of mine, David. We had some laughs. We went through so many things together growing up,
That's great.
young adults, and
That's great.
I still laugh about him.
Mm.
Um, Another good friend here, Marie Montero, um, unbelievable person. She's a round peg in a round hole in the medical field and caring for people. And
That's great.
Merry Merry Christmas to you. And
Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope
yeah, Merry Christmas.
everyone's having
On that note, let's
holidays.
do you want to talk about holiday thoughts, or do you want to? You see the question on the screen. Do you want to kind of
No,
touch up on
they're
that?
all blending together, man. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. All right.
I
So,
think grief and love, absolutely, because it's like grief sometimes is love with no place to go.
mm, yes.
Because you can grieve someone and think about it. What the hell is grief? Is it something that we labeled?
Yeah, I think so because it.
Yeah,
I
what
think it's a compartment of
it's a construct.
love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a construct,
Perfect.
right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you think about what is it? I mean, that term. So that's why my title of my book is Unpacking Grief. Because I really want to get this thing. I wanted to wrap my arms around it and look at it a different way. Because
Mm,
I mean, is that a construct or is that something we created in our brains?
mm.
I mean, think about it. Is it?
Personally, I think it's some kind of it's some kind of it's like vanity because someone just wanted to label something and they labeled
Yeah,
it
is it
grief.
is it a label or is it a perspective where people go through this mental challenges? I mean, what I say to myself, what the hell is grief? That's
Mm,
why I wanted to unpack it
yeah.
and then ride it on the way out like that phoenix on the album cover.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, you think about it, it's like it's so many components to that.
Yeah. It's the a lot of people are kind of. I mean, you yourself, comes to this time, holidays, and some people may just shy about it, shy away from it, and it may not be a holiday anymore.
No, they could go somewhere and just hide somewhere,
Hmm.
not be seen and heard, and you would hope people around them would check on them, make sure you're okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
because you probably have to provide more empathy to others this time of year. People are on a heightened alert. You got buying gifts for people, and you got to be present for people. And so I think people are in a heightened state this year.
true.
So, the grace that we hold for ourselves, we have to hold for others. I think that's extremely
Mm,
important, man.
makes sense.
Um, and you got to make sure you get your coffee made again.
Yeah, you know what? I think
You know what? I blame you, brother.
yeah, it's
I'm not blaming her.
well, you have to blame her because see, she's the one that said it the night before.
Okay.
Normally I make it on my own,
Oh, I get that. Okay.
but she said it kind of grandstanding, in front of our maid of honor, and you get up early. I'm gonna make you a cup of coffee so we can get out and about and blah blah blah. Boom.
What
So
time did y'all leave that day? Did you not have coffee that day, or did y'all roll up to Dunkin' Donuts?
it was this morning. So we
Okay.
we were. I was up at 6, and
Oh, that's late.
well, Michelle was up at 4, so I
Oh,
got up at 6.
oh man.
So she's
So
up
you didn't
early.
need coffee. She needed coffee, not you.
She had it. She probably had 2 before I got up.
Okay.
Um, and so she was grandstanding and said she was gonna do it, and I just held her to it. But
Right.
you know, I happen to make a better cup this morning. It tasted so much better, you know. Uh, now I'm only joking. I'm just kind of instigating. I actually, you know, so I just held her foot to the fire, and because she said she would do it. However, she wasn't feeling good, so I got to give her a
Oh man,
pass.
yeah, you gotta give a pass on that, man.
Give her a pass, you know. So, but we uh, we had a good day. Got out early, accomplished a few things. Um, I felt a couple of businesses kind of missed an opportunity here on this date to make some business, you know, and they were closed. And I'm like, wow.
Right.
Even if you did a half a day, I think there was something out for you. But then I gotta kind of back it up a little bit because those particular businesses are open every day, you know.
Right.
So they deserve a full day off, you know. I get it. I get it. So
No, I definitely get it too. Totally
the
get it.
yeah, the there's so many there was there was a there was a quote.
That's my phone going off. You know why, right?
Oh, is that a silver alert or something?
Yeah, man. So, we have had torrential downpours.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's been a lot of rain, and I only work like 4 hours today, something like that.
Mm.
But man, it was
Yeah,
crazy, and it's
yeah. They showed the sheriff's department knocking on doors and
hmm
trying to convince people to, you know, evacuate, but some were not, you know, and
right,
I get that. I get that. You
right,
know,
right.
it's yeah, but you stay safe and I said silver alert and I didn't mean that. Silver alert is for looking for an elderly person that may be
Right.
lost or wandering,
hmm
but I know a weather alert or we used to call civic, what was it, civic service alert, you know. They used to blast a horn all over the town, and com- similar to what they're doing on our phone now. But it
Amazon
was
Prime. Yeah, it's so much because it's like, oh man, it's you know, I don't know if you remember L.A., but they don't have regular creeks and rivers.
no,
They're made out of cement.
yes, yep.
So
It's usually it's always used as the a police chase, a car chase in
yeah,
many
a lot
many
of movies.
movies.
But
Yeah.
it's those things are getting higher and higher. So if
Hmm.
you ride by them, you're like, wow, that thing is high
Yeah. Yep.
because
Yeah.
they all converge down to a meeting place to go out into the Pacific Ocean.
Hmm.
So you got to think about all that water is running down, straight down. It's like it's right by Long Beach is where it goes out to the ocean.
Yeah. Believe it or not, back then there was people taking chances and jumping on rubber rafts and going inside of them and going
Oh,
for a ride, you know,
that's beyond dangerous because
which is crazy because as you get towards the end,
Mhm.
the opening gets a little narrower
Yep.
and people don't realize that you're going to go 40, 50 miles per hour into a cement wall or a pole down they just don't realize it, you know. Big logs are in there and they're hitting the cement walls and they're breaking in half. So could you imagine what that does to a person?
Oh yeah, and
And
you
they
know what? You know what too? Um, there's so much runoff, and you got to think about it. All the germs and everything that's
Mhm.
running off into
Exactly.
into the area. So, I mean, you're setting yourself up
Yeah.
in a bad way.
For a thrill that
A
could
bad thrill.
yeah, that could lead to you probably picking up something that was going to end up killing you in 10 years
or less.
or less. Yeah. Um,
So I know we got like 10 minutes left, and do you want to put the other question up? I guess you had another question.
Let me see.
We can talk a little bit more about the holidays.
Let's see. How do you think grief and love? Can you share a moment? I think we didn't answer this one. Can you share a moment when you felt your wife's presence or love after she passed?
Oh my gosh, you know, I can name many instances, whether it was a dream, whether it was papers flying away, or thoughts,
Hmm.
impressions, or just the level of positivity. Um, yeah, I mean, you can think about you have something to lean back on
Mm.
where you're at in your thoughts. You can lean back on what would she think, or you can kind of call on. I mean, I think we all have that, whether it's we call on our ancestors.
Hmm.
I mean, she's an ancestor to me now.
Yeah.
So, I can leverage that energy and that love. So I will always have that. This is why a lot of people hold on to spouses that leave, because it's like you're holding on to a part of them, the essence of them.
Hmm.
And that essence is very, very powerful. So yeah, I get that. I get that all the time. And
That's good, man.
I wish I would utilize it more.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, man, it's like you get to leverage that essence and that love, and yeah, that's beautiful, man. And so you see that in so many people who have lost a spouse. They leverage that. So hey, this is the last time I was here. We were here together, or something like that. And that's another way of looking at it, instead of the overt sadness that a
Yeah.
lot of folks have, like I've had. You can look at it as like, okay, I can always lean into that essence in order to be the best person I can be. So
Mm.
I think about that all the time, man. All the time, brother. So
Nice.
I never feel like I'm totally alone.
Hmm.
I hope that makes sense to you, man.
Yeah, it does. I think I feel that in so many people, like you said, ancestors, and
Yep.
like, wow, what why did I just write that? Sometimes writing different
Yep.
things, and
Why did I want to eat that?
yeah,
Why
yeah,
do I? Why did I say that?
hmm, yeah,
And I think, but remember, let's go back to tones and frequencies, right? So you think about somebody that your loved one, the essence of them, a lot of times is a tone and frequency.
yes,
Like there are certain songs I can listen to that will bring me back to certain relatives, and that's just amazing, man. Because it's like you just they're there, but not physically there in front of you,
hmm,
and that's not the spooky stuff. That's this thing of where you're tuned in and tapped into that tone and frequency, and it's wonderful, man. This is where you can never feel totally alone or absent from them. This is where so many people have been doing this for thousands of years, where without having that person physically there, they are there um, from a spiritual perspective. I'm
mm,
gonna keep it very basic from a spiritual perspective, where you can tap into them and you could feel that presence within you. So yeah,
Sure, sure.
that's what I love, brother.
Mm.
And like I said, I've talked to many people. They've had so many different experiences, man. It's great to hear.
Yeah.
Some people think it's like spookyism and all this other stuff, and I'm like, no. I mean, I feel at times I could tap into many different ancestors by listening to certain things, and if anything, it brings up a reminder.
Yeah. It so many different reminders that I get from your wife is just through, me writing my songs. But you want to know something that triggers thoughts of Kristen, and that's a guitar pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Remember when she lost her mom's, the one their mom gave her,
yeah.
Will Nelson,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up finding, I believe, a second one.
Yeah.
The craziest thing is, I'm thinking about playing the guitar and definitely want to do it, and I'm always forgetting about the guitar pick that I have to, you got to purchase them with the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And it always goes back to that story, and just remembering how, you know, frantic she was, and she wanted to find it and couldn't find it, and I believe it took about a week before she found it. Um, and yeah, I think about her, and every time, it's there's more thoughts of her other than just seeing a guitar pick. There's many things.
Remember this, and I'll leave it at this. There are no coincidences in life, and sometimes when we are vibrating on a certain level, we attract past experiences or experiences to come our way.
Mm,
And sometimes we put ourselves open to receive those things. By you thinking and feeling that, that's what you attracted your way.
mm,
This is
yeah,
why it's always so important to be in that parasympathetic standpoint, because you will attract what you're supposed to have come your way by
true.
feeling that
Mm,
versus the high level of sadness. Because you think about those going to, we talked about this many times, is this your own frequency. Your own frequency picked up on that. When you
mhm,
think about Kristen, you had that impression. And I think about your frequency and how you could be thinking about somebody and vibing on them, and next thing you know, you get a phone call or something.
yeah,
It's that tone and frequency, and it's always at our best interest to be at a higher frequency daily. This is why the laughing and joking and all these things, and even when it comes to Kristen, a lot of times I hold myself at a lower vibration, but when I'm in a better place, I'm at a higher vibration, and these things come my way. That's a
mm,
great, great conversation with that, man.
yeah, yeah. It's anytime I'm in your company, it's a blessing, because um, for me, you, and it's also something that you talked about just a few minutes ago, is that never know who you're reaching, and just and you may need to reach out, and just by being heard and people hearing us, you know, it may trigger something that they need to hear from us on this podcast.
Yeah,
And
that's what it's about, man. That's why this is why we do this, to
yeah,
reach the people and to spread love and bring out something in them that they didn't think they had.
yeah,
This is what this is about, man. And we bring it with love.
true.
Bring it with
Um,
love, brother. And I hope you have the most amazing Christmas, man. How many
You
people do
also,
you have over your house?
let's see, mm, 6, 7, 8, about 12,
Man, that's
maybe
good time.
15. Yeah.
Good
So,
times, man. That's
yeah.
and I would say to anybody, it's like get out here, enjoy people. Yeah, enjoy it while you can, man. Enjoy it
Hmm.
while
Yeah. So
I'm
true.
gonna go over my DJs. The DJ for our wedding, his sister-in-law is having a big giant dinner, and I've been going there the past 2 years. It's been my third year, and man, they throw down, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Good.
gosh, man. I'm gonna call you when I'm over there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
FaceTime you there, man. But yeah, it's like, and this is for our viewing audience. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas day. Even if
yes.
you don't celebrate it, celebrate the fellowship. That's what I
Yes.
would say. Celebrate the fellowship. Just get around people and just enjoy yourselves. 'Cause
True.
sometimes in that moment, that nothing else exists. When you're in that state of joy and you stay in that, it two things don't operate at the same time: joy and sadness.
Hmm.
So when you're in that state of joy, nothing else really exists at that moment.
Yes. I tell people to take things within this, you know, within this spirited season to do something that would help someone else, even
Yeah,
help you.
yeah.
Um, maybe celebrating Christ or celebrating Santa Claus.
Hmm.
Maybe doing something like feeding the homeless or
Yeah.
going to the church and hanging
Well,
out.
I got something simple, man.
Yeah,
When you're out on the road, put a smile on your face. Smile at people.
true.
Say hi to people. Open the
Yeah,
door for somebody. And if you really feel up to it, pay it forward somehow.
yeah, yeah. And what it does is just it adds to that joyous feeling or lack of joyous feeling that they may have, and just
Right.
by giving a smile and
Mhm.
opening the door, those courteous gestures mean a lot.
Oh yeah,
I,
it means a lot, brother. They mean a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Well,
So
I hope you get your coffee tomorrow morning, brother.
no, well, I'm gonna make it, and I truly, truly am gonna enjoy the day.
All right. Well, my
And
brother.
I want you to enjoy the day too.
Oh, I am. I am. I will tell you, Charlie. Much love to you, man. And you know, when we go on next week, will be our last one of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
So I have a lot of appreciation and love for you both. So enjoy your time. I'm gonna enjoy my time.
No, me too. Back at you. I love you. And you need me, give me a holler. I'll call you, text you tomorrow, and
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
All
We'll hook
right.
up, man. Okay, brother.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
All right. Thank you, everybody on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I appreciate you on both channels. Sometimes you have to lose yourself podcast or the Really Charlie podcast channel. Like and subscribe both channels. And we truly, truly appreciate it. We will see you next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. And we're here. Marvin and I, we're going to try to be here every week for you.
Yeah. We're
Truly,
here
truly.
for you.
And if you need a book, Unpacking Grief, Shattered to Onward, check it out on Amazon. You will definitely love the book. And I promise you, you will click 4 stars. But I think you'll be on 5 stars most of the time. It ain't going lower than 4. Definitely check out the book. You'll truly, truly appreciate it. And it'll give you a better, not understanding, but a better perspective, another perspective about grief. Take care, everyone. God bless. I love you.
Love you.
All right, bro.
Welcome to Sometimes You Have to Lose Yourself, a podcast where we explore the complexities of love, loss, and self-discovery. Join Charlie Perry and Marvin Speller when life's unexpected twists and turns come our way. It's easy to lose ourselves in the process, but what if losing ourselves is exactly what we need to find our true selves? Join us as we dive into the depths of human experience, sharing stories, insights, and conversations that will challenge, inspire, and maybe even help you find your way again. Sometimes you have to lose yourself. Let's get started.